please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, council, mayor, city treasurer, deputy clerk, and audience. This is the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, September 12th, 2016, and the roll will show that all members are present. Tonight's council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda, 2, minutes, 3, petitioner, 4, chairperson's report, 5, mayor's report, 6A, clerk's report, 6B, treasurer's report, 7, public comment, 8, unfinished business, 9, new business, 10, communication, 11 is warrant 16-17, and number 12 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Mikowski, for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 2 are the minutes. 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held September 6, 2016.
So move for September the 6th, 2016.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting September the 6th, 2016. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
B for approval are the minutes from the special meetings held on September 6, 2016.
Smooth.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Mikowski, for approval of the minutes from the special meeting held September 6, 2016 at 6:45, which closed session pending legal matters, and at 7:15, study session, fourth quarter city investments report. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is a chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Can we just, I know it's not September 11th, but can we just have a moment of silence for September 11th, please? Thank you. The chair has no report tonight.
Mr. Chair. Make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Mikowski, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved, and thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Treasurer, Clerk, Deputy Clerk, and audience. In lieu of a quote tonight, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate you doing a moment of silence, yesterday was the 15th anniversary of 9/11. What I want to do is just read a couple quick facts or stats that came from that day. Everybody remembers what they were doing, where they were, where their loved ones were, and the emotions they went through. I can't believe it's 15 years already, but we can't forget the lessons, good or bad, from the past to make sure that we stay vigilant as a country. So real quick, I was just pulled up some data from that, and believe it or not, there were basically 19 total men that hijacked all those planes that were involved that particular day. A total of 2,977 people were killed. That's a combination of New York City, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The victims break down and get into the details, but we lost firefighters, policemen, border patrol, great people. And, I'm sure, I don't know if you did, but I did, caught some of the recaps of a few of the shows yesterday, and you listen to the family members who are, they lost a brother, a sister, a husband, a wife, a mother, father. There were, infants that were involved in this. It was just a tragic day. And thank you for doing a moment of silence, but continue to keep our country in your thoughts and prayers, because we sure don't want another event that hit our country that particular day. Thank you for that, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to also thank council for coming in and all the electeds for our beautification. We had a beautification committee that did a nice job, and really we're just trying to recognize residents that are doing the right thing, keeping up their property, if it be, keeping the grass cut, doing things with bushes, decorative things, keeping their house up. We had a great turnout tonight, and we just had a little celebration with that. They received a certificate with a picture of their residence and their address. They got to introduce themselves, and my hope is that they'll just continue to spread that through the neighborhood and let people know that we just want them to do good things. We have an awesome community, but it takes awesome people to make it an awesome community. So thanks to all those that were involved, as well as my staff who did a great job, and Roger taking photos for that. We have a live update from Jasmine Dancy. Jasmine, will you please come up and give us a busy week in Romulus coming up?
It sure is. Hi, everybody. I got an update for this week's community events. Tomorrow, two things going on. The Senior Center Health Fair is from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please stop by. They've got flu shots, shingle shots, raffles, prizes, lots of good resources for people of all ages. Also, tomorrow evening, there's a group of people who are interested in starting a Relay for Life for our city, something new. So that meeting will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the library. Don't forget about our farmers markets. Those are on Wednesdays from noon to 6 p.m. every Wednesday, and we still have another month of that through October 12th. And then also, I know you guys are all super excited for the Parade of Lights and Pumpkin Festival this weekend. So that all kicks off on Friday night at 8 p.m. with the Rotary Parade of Lights, and then continues Saturday and Sunday. Lots of fun for everyone, all ages and activities. So come enjoy that. And then just a real quick note about the following Monday, September 19th, the Romulus Garden Club will be meeting. They actually meet on, I think, on the first, second, and fourth Mondays of the month at 5 p.m. at the library. Monday the 19th, they'll be having a special speaker come in following their meeting at 6 p.m. Alex Ball, who's a local farmer, does all organic sustainable gardening. So again, that's 6 p.m. Monday the 19th at the library. So that's it for the coming week. Hope to see you guys this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Jazz. As we said, a lot going on. I know that the Pumpkin Fest 2016 booklets are out. All the elected should have them. A lot of good stuff. I'm not going to read off all the events that are going on. Jazz recapped a few of them. I was asked to put a plug in for the world-famous spaghetti dinner at the Methodist Church Saturday afternoon and evening, so come out and support that. But there's a ton of great vendors and events, and I know you'll hear later about things for bingo and others. It's a fun time had by all, so enjoy and be safe. Mr. Chairman, really I just have one action item under my report tonight, and that would be item 5A, and that's just based on recommendation of legal counsel. I respectfully request that City Council adopt policy 35, and that's regarding employee indemnification.
Okay, we need a
Well,
motion.
I'd like to make the motion with discussion
I'll
about a
support it with
modification.
discussion too.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, and this is to adopt the attached employees identification policy number 35 for the city of Romulus and its employees policy and procedure manual. Discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Ms.
go ahead if you'd
Makowski?
like. Okay, sorry. All right.
Put you up.
All right. Ms. Makowski and I discussed this with the mayor as well, that we were uncomfortable with some of the wording here. And we agree with the intent, but there's some ambiguity we would like clarified in the second paragraph. It says, "The city will not defend the employee, save the employee harmless or indemnify the employee for any claims if the employee is determined by the city to have acted outside the scope of their employment." We would like "by the city" changed to, we want the city clarified, who is the city? So, determined by the city administration and city legislation.
I have no problem with that amendment, Mr. Chairman, to clarify the city definition.
Okay.
If I could, Wouldn't we get this on a recommendation from our legal?
That's where it came from, Bill.
I mean, but, oh, all right, okay. But I mean, before we would do it or don't do it, that it should be recommended by us up here.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
basically, I'm okay with just redefining the city, making it clear that it's administrative and legislative. If you guys are okay with that,
Fine.
nothing else will change.
No, the intent is there, we just
Yeah, I
get
have
rid of a
no
little bit of the
problem.
ambiguity.
But the attorney drafted this, so I'm sure he wouldn't have any issue with it.
You done?
Yeah.
It's been motioned by Mr. Makowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for the changes of some of the wording in the policy number 35 for the city of Romulus. Ms.
If I can,
Clerk.
Mr. Chair, just for the minute, so basically the changes is just to define
City.
the city.
The city in paragraph 2, so we'll put city with definition / administration and legislative in that definition. The rest will be the same as what I took, if that's okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay? Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And that concludes my report. Thank you, council.
Thank you.
6A is the clerk's report. 6A1 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1617-8, and this is the library fund. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of September 6, 2016, and the amount is $1,559.56.
So moved. Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for second reading and final adoption of the Budget Amendment 1617-8 Library Fund. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A2 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1617-9, Technology Services. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of September 6, 2016, and the amount is $5,713.02.
So moved. Oops, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. So moved. Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for second read and final adoption of the Budget Amendment 1617-9 Technical Services. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
No.
Mr. Kraut?
No.
Ms. Abdo?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And 6A3 for second reading and final adoption is Budget Amendment 1617-10, the Community Development Block Grant. This budget amendment was introduced at the council meeting of September 6, 2016, and the amount of this budget amendment is $41,090.
So move for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 16/17-10 for the Community Development Block Grant.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut, for the second reading, final adoption of the Budget Amendment 1617-10, Community Development Block Grant for the amount $41,090.00. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
For your information, council, we have a notice from the Wayne County Drain Commissioner, and this is a notice of letting and day of review of apportionments. The date is September 14th, 2016, at 2:00 p.m. The location is the Wayne County Department of Public Services Road Division, the Central Maintenance Yard located at 29900 Goddard Road Extension, and that'll be here in Romulus. Before I close out my report, the Chair, Council, Mr. Mayor, We have a letter I received, and I was asked to read this letter. It's actually addressed to Mayor Burcroft and your administration. It says, "Dear Mrs. Bragg, on behalf of the citizens who reside at the north end of Romulus, I'm requesting that this letter be read at the council meeting of September 12, 2016. We would like to thank Mayor Burcroft's administration, in particular the Department of Public Works, for their quick response to our phone requests for some street repairs on various streets in the north end of town. The DPW workers did a great job, and we wanted to express our gratitude for such an excellent service by all who were involved in getting the job done. Sincerely, Bronson Bell, a Romulus resident." So,
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
make sure.
If I could, Mr. Chairman, just thank Mr. Bell for taking the time and thank our employees. We have a lot of great employees who work very hard every day to try to serve the residents, and it's nice when residents do appreciate that, so thank you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to add too, Mr. Bell, he had called and he said, it's easy for people to call with complaints when things aren't going well, but, they wanted to make sure that they complimented the city and the employees on being very prompt and efficient. And, they said they just made a few phone calls and the job was done and they did a good job. So it's nice to compliment and have good news for a change.
Absolutely.
All right. And I just want to remind everybody, election time is coming up. And we want to encourage everyone that qualify, get your AV ballots. And we'll be mailing out those applications to vote this week, later on this week, with regards to AV ballots. So please give us a call if you're interested and you meet the qualifications. Thank you, and that concludes the clerk's report.
Okay, thank you.
Number 6B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. I have one item to remind everyone. It's that time of the year and summer tax bills are due. The due date is Friday, September 30th, and we have a few options for you to pay your taxes. As a reminder, you can always use the U.S. mail. We have a drop box located on the front door, or there's one by the curbside. You can use ACH, or you could stop by the treasurer's office. We'd be happy to service you there. So just a reminder, mark your calendars. And of course, if you have any questions, please give us a call at 734-942-7580. Thank you.
Madam Treasurer, if someone missed the deadline of September 30, do they have to go down to the county?
No, not until the winter tax bills due, which you have until February 28th, and then March 1st, it's turned over to the county.
Oh, okay.
So,
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, Ms. Cho.
If, we have two drop boxes out front. If they put their tax bill in the wrong box, is it checked, is the other box checked on a regular basis?
so there's actually 3 boxes out front. There's one on the door.
I'm talking about the one by the street. I
There's-
mean the parking lot.
Okay, so there's, yes, there are 2 out there, and that question I'm going to refer to the clerk, because that's her box.
Okay.
With regards to that absentee voter ballot box, there's a lock on it. No one can put, there's a little cover that's on the entrance there, so no one can put anything inside of that box. So there's no way of making a mistake. There's only the brown box, which is the treasurer's box, to put those tax bills.
So that other box is just for absent ballots only.
Only, absentee ballots only, and again, it's locked and covered, so, we won't have any mishaps of putting the wrong
Thank you.
bills in there.
Mr. Chairman, I think to the treasurer, the other 2 are checked daily.
Yes, they are.
So if they're concerned about the tax bill portion, I watch them. They go out and check those every day, and so there's no doubt we will make sure we get that, and they'll get the payment posted. But just, don't be confused with the ballot box, which actually we got compliments on during election time as well, too. So just trying to really make it, more customer service friendly. So, thank you.
So
Pardon? Oh,
if
I'm sorry.
if that, the other box is just for taxes, and it's checked daily, that means we could drop our water bill and other communications to the city in that box?
You can drop anything you'd like in that box. We will
Hey,
make
now.
sure it gets to the right
Oh,
department.
not anything, just,
You know what I mean?
And Madam Choate, also, just so once the AVs, and once we've taken that cover off, we check it 3 times a day. So we'll be checking it as well. If someone inadvertently places a water bill or a tax bill, I work really close with the treasurer's office, our departments.
Thank
So
you.
we'll make sure we turn it over.
Mr. Wadsworth had a question?
So there's 3 no, never mind. Mr. Barden asked the treasurer that if you don't pay your taxes by September 30th, that you don't have to go downtown, but you do have to pay a penalty after October 1st, correct?
You do have to pay a penalty if they're not paid by September 30th.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
Okay, number 7 is public comment. And this is a portion of our agenda that's set aside for those of you that are in the audience. If you would like to have comments, please raise your hand, and after you have been acknowledged by our chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. And we ask that you do please limit your comments to 3 minutes. If it's something that we need to reply to or respond to, please note that will be done under line item 8 under unfinished business. Okay? We do not have any unwritten requests or written requests.
Any comments from the audience? Mr. Jones, and then then Ms. Lemon.
There's a float.
Mr. Barton. I'm David S. Jones of St. John 44. First, I'd like to thank the city for what you did to help us Officer 27. It turned out to be a great success, except for when the rain came in. But we just like to thank you for that. And we're up here today also to our the Eastern Stars, our sister chapter of the Masons. Is having a fundraiser. It's a 50 Shades of Pink breast cancer awareness program. We have here a worthy matron of the Eastern Stars, leading chapter number 44. 43. We're 43. Sister Yates, and I will let her explain.
But we just would like to make everyone aware of the benefit that we are having. This is a fundraiser. Half of the money that is raised will go to the American Cancer Society, and we will also be participating in the walk that's the next weekend on October the 8th. So if any of you would like to join us, we would welcome you. We will accept donations if you would not like to attend, but this is something that is very close to my heart because I am a breast cancer survivor. So anything that I can do to help out, I'm always, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm also, and the affair is on October the 1st at 11 a.m. at Stefan's Banquets inside of St. George's on Chicago. We want to also, Leah is interested in helping out and participating with city events and anything that it is that we could do. We were just asked to do a scarecrow, so I'll take that, we'll have our meeting next Monday and I will be taking that back to the chapter so we can get started on that. We really want to get involved with more community service in the community of Romulus. So please feel free to give us a call, give me a call, write me a letter, whatever, let me know in whatever way that we can participate. We would really like to help the city. And we also have a youth group and they're involved. We get them involved in the community as well.
I think that you're doing something that's really great because we have lost a lot of people through breast cancer, and it's phenomenal how so many cases that occur each year with breast cancer. And when you put out an effort that you're doing now to help with this terrible disease, I think it's a wonderful thing you're doing because it touches a lot of hearts in the community, not only in Romulus but worldwide. Terrible disease. I just, anything that people can help, really give you compliments on that. Thank you.
I would
Ms. Makowski? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would like to speak a little bit on self.
Okay.
It is our second annual.
Use the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're fine.
Online.
So it is a second annual event. We have a Facebook page set up. Hopefully you'll like our page. It's 50 Shades of Pink. There you can find, we also have a few fundraisers going on. We have a t-shirt booster. The benefit itself in the luncheon, as she was explaining, half of the funds go to the American Cancer Society. We have a team that walks in the walk, and the ticket sales money from the luncheon is our sponsorship for the walk the next week. Last year, we raised $500 with the event, and then we had a few, we actually donated $650 because we took in another $150 in just coin donations at the event. So we donated $650 to the American Cancer Society, and we had about 20, 25 people in participation to walk with our team last year. So we'd like to increase it, our number, and we would like you all to possibly support us and take part in the walk as well next week.
Ms. Makowski?
Yeah, I heard you both mentioned half the money goes to the American Cancer Society. Where does the other half go?
The other half goes into, to start up for the advertisement for the event. It actually goes for preparation for the next year's event.
Okay, thank you.
And it goes to basically two Eastern Star chapters, Leah Chapter 43 and Edith Benford Chapter 35, because it's a joint venture with the two chapters.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments, council? Thank you. Any other comments from the audience? Ms. Lemon?
Good evening, Jan Lemon. We're all excited about the Pumpkin Festival. We are really enjoy the Parade of Lights. To see how many people come out and watch that in the evening, it's great. And we can thank the Rotarians for that. But on another note, the Cemetery Board will be doing their second euchre tournament October 14th. If you know anybody who bought a ticket last year, we're trying to give them the first opportunity. We'll sell a ticket to anybody, and tickets are going fast. So we thank you for all your support. It was great last year, and we expect it to be good this year too. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Mr. Chairman, could I just clarify with the event for the breast cancer, where do they write checks to, if they want to write checks to donate, just so we're clear? Would that go to Eastern Star?
You would write it to Leah Chapter number 43.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to be clear with that. Thank you very much.
You can also go online, and we have a team of riding walkers, and you can actually go on their website and just donate to them in our name if you'd just like to support.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
What's it called online?
Do you mind coming up to the microphone, just so they can hear you at home in case somebody wants to donate? Sorry to do that to you. I just want to make it clear.
So our Facebook page is 50 Shades of Pink, and we have, on the page, we have listed where you can find, we have links to get to the other websites, but you can also go on the American Cancer Society's website and go under there, Making Strides link, and you can just donate there to the Royal Walkers team, which is the team that we developed for the walk. So if you'd like to, you could just make donations there directly.
Suppose someone just see Mr. Jones and say, Mr. Jones, would you forward this to your organization? Would that be okay?
Yes, you
Oh,
can
okay.
do that. That would be,
Okay.
yes. And we also have information, if you'd like to do that, as to where to mail it to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If there's no other comments, we'll close that part out, Ms. Clerk.
Number 8 is unfinished business.
Mr. Barden?
Yes,
If
Mr.
I can,
Wadsworth?
I have two quick things. The first thing, of course, is bingo starts on Friday night at 6 o'clock. All the proceeds go to the shelter. Always looking for volunteers, always looking for players. And there's gonna be kittens to adopt also. And on, we got our bingo license from St. Aloysius, and they sponsor this. But on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, St. Aloysius is having a white elephant sale over at their barn. And I was over there looking at it, and they got a lot of stuff. I can't say junk, because they get mad. They got a lot of stuff, and they put a lot of time in cleaning it up, and it's on display, and you'll be amazed. If you're looking for something, I'm sure you can find it there. And it's gonna be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thank you.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes. Mr. Abdo, yes?
So I want you to know, the reason they have a lot of stuff is my husband decided to clean house and sent 3 truckloads over there. So I guarantee they have a lot of junk.
Can't say junk, they get
I'm sorry, a lot of stuff.
junk.
It's good stuff, though. Is there any more unfinished business? Okay, number 10 is communication.
Mr. Chairman, I did have one communication. I distributed a memo tonight just regarding the Parade of Lights float. Reminder that the route did change again, so we're starting at City Hall, going kind of the old traditional route, and there will be an elected officials float. Try to be here by 7:30. The parade begins at 8 p.m. and then ends at the Progressive Hall. So, and this will also be extended to the school board members. Thank you.
Mr. Kraut?
Oh, yeah. I want to wish my lovely wife Sandy a happy birthday, and I love you very much, Sam.
Thank you. Ms. Roscoe?
I just would like to remind everybody to come out for the pancake breakfast on Saturday and Sunday morning. Our Boy Scouts do it annually, and I say they're the world's best pancakes. It's from 8 in the morning to 11:30 on Saturday and Sunday. Adults are $5, seniors $3. Children under 4 are free with an adult purchase. And it includes all the pancakes you can eat, includes a single serving of sausage, orange juice, coffee, and milk. But I ask you to come out. They always give a donation to the animal shelter from that, and it just helps put our boys to camp and all the other different events that they do throughout the year. And another thing I'd like to say is the Pumpkin Festival book is out, which I know the mayor announced, but Randy Blanchard's picture that he drew is on the front, and he is one of Troop 872's Boy Scouts. So I'd like to say congratulations to Randy, and just let you know that if you have children at that age for Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts, come out and to pancake breakfast, find out more about how to get involved, and also our Girl Scouts will be there helping also. So you want to get involved in Scouts, come out to the breakfast, and they'll have all the information you need.
I'm just gonna say,
Go ahead. Oh, I do have an announcement,
Okay.
Mr. Chair. I just want to remind everyone that next week, beginning Thursday, the 22nd, begins the citywide yard sale. And it'll end on Sunday, September the 25th. And you will need a permit to have your yard sale, and you can obtain those through the clerk's office. And also, the Romulus Civic League will be celebrating their 70th anniversary. And this will be held on November the 5th, 2016, from 4 p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. And so they would really like everyone to come out and support. And if also you have communication from them, they'd like you to purchase an ad for their souvenir booklet.
and that was November 6th?
November 6th, yes,
Okay.
Saturday.
Yes, Ms. Abdo?
On this notification from the Romulus Civic League, is there an address so we can mail things to? There's no address or phone number at all?
I will get that for you. I mean, this is all that they provided for us to, and we can get more information, but this is what they dropped out for
Doesn't
us.
say where to go.
I just have two congratulations. One, congratulations for the Michigan Wolverines for winning again, and the Detroit Lions. All I have.
If there's no more communication, number 11 for approval is warrant 16-17.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve warrant 16-17 in the following amounts. General Fund, $93,796.61. Major Street Fund, $58,396.85. Local Street Fund, $51,263.12. Cable TV, $793.68. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $21,573.63. Street Lighting Fund, $45,373.56. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $79,327.37. CDBG is 81 cents. 911 Service Fund is $39,247.56. Narcotics forfeiture for the state is $1,370.45. The Library Fund, $9,986.81. DDA is $9,883.23. Tifa District 2 is $32,182.27. Beverly Road Special Assessment District, $12,367.50. 2014 Capital Improvement Bonds, $43,475. Tifa Vining Road Construction, $81,208.19. Water and Sewer Fund, $2,053,743.48. Motor Vehicle Fund, $11,781.37. Technology Services, $51,827.43. Retirees Insurance Benefits, $30,356.48. Revolving Fund is $14,713.71. Current Tax, $608,416.70. Payroll Fund, $73,014.87, for a grand total of $3,424,100.68.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Kraut, to pay warrant number 16-17 for $3,424,100.68. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 16-17 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Makowski, for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.